Hi everyone, Kim Eagles here of Kaos Solutions. Have you ever dreamed of having a cool party, lots of fun, entertaining, but you always seem to put it off because it just seems like it's too much work and it's too overwhelming? Maybe you get disappointed with yourself because you thought about doing it, but then time runs out and you just say, forget it, it's too much work. Well, I'm telling you here that you can have fun planning and having a party, by being organized in entertaining, being organized, you can have an easy entertainment and have some fun with it. I used to be like that as far as entertaining. We entertain a fair amount. We love to throw parties. We throw a huge party every Christmas. We have for years now. I guess all of our friends expect it. But for many years, it was a really big ordeal. And I spent weeks, if not months, planning the party and weeks leading up to the party, prepping for it. And I would say I probably took off most of the time I worked for myself. Most of the week leading up to the party was all party prep. And it just seemed to kind of get out of hand with how much work it was to have this party. What I have learned though is by observing at the party what is important and what is not important, I have made it really easy on myself. I have a lot of other people to help, and we now have some pretty kick-ass parties that everybody has fun, including myself and my husband, and it doesn't take weeks and weeks and weeks to do. So here's the 6 tips that I'm going to give you, the 6 kind of things that I do to prep for my party. And we're talking here about easy entertaining, about having just a general party. I don't do gourmet sit down meals. If that's your thing, then the party prep is a little bit different because you're going to be preparing a lot of the food, but I'm assuming that's the fun part because you love to do that. So the very first thing is determine why you're having the party. Determine your goal for the party. Is your party to have fun with friends? That's our goal. So our party is all about having fun with friends, having a good time, celebrating the season. It's really laid back, casual. Let's have some fun. If your goal is to show off your culinary skills, then you're going to spend a little bit more time prepping the food and planning the food and the menu. I'm not a gourmet chef, so that's not up my alley. So really figure out what the goal is of your party. Is it a kids party? Will kids be involved? Then those become other issues that you have to start thinking about of what that looks like. What do the kids want? What does that look like? So the very first step is determine the why of your party. What's the goal and why are you doing it? The second one is have a master list. This is key in being organized. And I actually have a master list that kind of gets revamped every year so that I can go back and say, what did I do last year? So having a master list that has food, other items that I need, like cups and napkins and paper plates and things that I want to remember that I'll need. Planning, maybe date planning of getting the invites out. Anything that I need to do that comes to mind as I'm planning it, I try to write it down and have it on this master list so I don't forget. Third, invites. Keep the invites simple. I love the fact that online we can do it so easily now. I always create a Facebook event for my party and I invite everybody that is on Facebook through that way. Anybody that I want to invite that's not on Facebook, then I either give them a call or pop them an email. So you can keep it pretty simple. Emails, phone calls, I know that's kind of foreign to some people, but it certainly saves a lot of time than actually having to do paper invites and mailing and all. I don't even know if people do that anymore. That'd be a little unusual, but so maybe you want to do it. But if you want to keep it easy, then keep it the way people communicate now. Phone, text, email, Facebook events are great. They've made my life really easy so we can communicate on that event as well. So keep the invites pretty simple. Fourth, food. Food is a big, huge component to any entertaining. At least it is here in the Maritimes in Canada. So I have learned, here's one of the key things and aha moments that I had when I was observing our parties and all that. People don't care if I actually made all the food myself, and they don't even care if it's homemade. For the most part, at a party, people are just kind of munching and chatting, and they don't even pay attention to a lot of the food. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't have a couple of key pieces of food that, people do pay attention to, but everything that you're serving does not have to be homemade by you. You can buy it in the store, go to Costco, buy some trays, bring them home, take those trays and put them on your own platters and all that. It makes it feel a little bit homemade, and I won't tell if you don't tell. A lot of the times other people won't even tell. So if you want it to make it pretty in that, put it on your own platters, but you don't necessarily have to do all that prep work. If you have friends, this is what I have learned. I have friends who love to cook and who love to prepare things, who are foodies, like I am not. I enlist these friends, Deb, you're one of them, that help me prepare for my party, and they do a lot of the food prep because they love to do it. It's why they go to parties, so they can show off their food. So I enlist their help when they say, what can I bring? I tell them, or I ask them what they want to bring. So I say yes to anybody who says, what can I bring? I allow them to either pick what they want. If they have no idea, then you can kind of keep on your master list an idea of, do you want some sweets? Do you want hot hors d'oeuvres? Do you want some cold? Do you need a cheese plate or a vegetable tray? Whatever those are, say yes to your friends when they ask you what they can do to help. And tell them what they can do. So food doesn't have to be so overwhelming. You do not have to spend weeks and weeks. Get your friends to help, or buy pre-prepared stuff and serve those. Most people don't care. They are coming to have fun and to hang out with you and to chat. Number 5, have a drink area that people can serve themselves so that you're not always running around pouring drinks and making sure everybody's happy. Allow a self-serve spot. Key thing with this, of course, alcohol is probably possibly served. Have some basic beer and wine for your guest. If you want to have a little fun, create a specialty cocktail for that particular event. So, we do Christmas martinis or something. It can be different martini, and I have the ingredients for those martinis. They're just fun. So that's kind of our fun drink. But it's key to have non-alcoholic drinks as well, especially some water. I have found in the past that if I have a bunch of bottled water in our big cooler, or our big jug that we have out, then lots of people will kind of slow down in their drinking and maybe drink some water in between. Less likely to have too many people over in bidding. But, so have a drink area with non-alcoholic drinks, as well as if you're serving alcohol, whatever those are, so that people can serve themselves and you don't have to do all that work. And 6, and finally, prep your home. So this is a trick that I learned from my mother. My parents have always entertained. My mom's been entertaining forever. I guess that's where I learned a lot of the skills of being able to not freak out when we have a big crowd coming. But one of the key things was have a clean bathroom, but you don't have to clean your entire house. Make sure your bathroom is clean, the one that your guests will be using. You do not have to clean and shine your floors because they're going to get dirty. A general basic tidy, a little bit of dusting or whatever in the area where people will be, but you don't have to be a spotless cleaner because your place is going to get a mess during the party anyway. And move your furniture around. That's the other thing to prepare your home. Move some furniture around so that the flow of people, because it's different than if there's only 2 or 3 people at home sitting around watching TV. Wherever you're entertaining in your home, make sure that the flow, it allows people to come in and out and move around easily. Have some places for them to put their drinks, and that you can spread out your food as well. So kind of move your furniture around based on how people are going to flow in the space during the party. Parties do not have to be overwhelming and take you weeks to prep for. They can be fun. So with a little bit of planning and a little bit of foresight, you can have a party and have lots of fun. I can literally, if somebody told me I was having 40 people over tomorrow, I could literally do it. Because I don't overly stress about all the little tiny details that a lot of people do. I know we have to have food, we have to have drinks, I have to have a clean bathroom. That's about it. So to recap the 6 points. 1, figure out why you're having the party. What is the goal of the party? Is it to have some fun? Is it a kid's party? Is it a dining, is it a sit down gourmet meal type of party? Figure out why you're having the party and what you will want to accomplish by it. 2nd, make a master list. Make a master list of all the things that you need to prepare and that you need to think about. Master list of foods and maybe who's bringing what. So that you keep everything organized and planned all in one spot and taking it out of your head and putting it on paper. So have a master list with your master plan. 3, make the invites simple. Simple invites online, create a Facebook event and invite your friends that way. Send an email, text, call. Make it simple. It doesn't have to be a big fancy print invite. 4, food prep. Ask people for help. When they say, what can I bring? You tell them what they can bring. If they say, can I bring something? You say yes. If you are preparing most of the food yourself or you're supplying most of the food yourself, then go out and buy pre-prepared things, take them off of the plastic trays, put them on your own trays and make it look like you've done it yourself. So take out all that prep work that you don't have to do, and people really aren't all that concerned about whether you've done it. They just want to get together with you. 5, have a drink area for your guests so they can serve themselves. Make sure you add a little bit of water in there so that people are pacing themselves. And 6, and finally, prep your home. Make sure your bathroom is clean. Tidy up some of the main area, but just the surface clean. You do not have to have a spotless floor. And move some furniture around so that things can flow better when you have a big group, so that people can get around. So move that furniture around. I hope these 6 tips helped you, these 6 steps that I use, and that you have a fantastic party season, that you do take the plunge and decide to entertain at least once. Let us know how it goes. Share with us any tips that you may have that you find work for you to keep entertaining, organized, and easy. And send us some pictures of your fun party. We would love to see them. I'll post some of mine when we have ours closer to Christmas. So, everybody, wishing you all a fantastic holiday season. If you want to keep up to date on what's happening with Kaos Solutions, we have some great stuff coming up in the new year. New blogs, new videos. I have a new book coming out. So stay connected with us at kaossolutions.com/newsletter. Sign up today and we'll keep you up to date on what's happening. Wishing you all peace and calm. Peace out. Thank you.